So with this, today is 1st April, and today session number is 148. So we are almost touching 1.5 century of our weekly. And of course, in between few weeks we could not do because maybe we are traveling or some other workshops, and also we are doing it for last 3 years, this weekly session. So, and people are taking interest, participating, so that's a very good sign. So you are so that this participations keep me going with this session. And it is important to have. Of course, we'll have our own spiritual journey and meditation and connection, but the understanding is equally important. We cannot grow unless until we understand the truth. So it is not the version. Understanding of the version is the understanding of the truth. Understanding is equally important. So that's why it is better to clear your understanding. Pranam Vani. So that is the reason. So I am conducting this weekly learning session as well as question answer session. You can ask any question whatsoever. If it is the question, if I don't answer, I will tell you why I am not answering. But understand that everything will be aimed at to your own. I will answer so that you grow spiritually rather than other way around. So that's why the topics which will drag you down, I will not discuss, not encourage. Because of you, it's not that I don't know the answer, but I will not discuss those things. Because habitually, the condition wise, from childhood, we are taught to study book and learn and this and that. Nothing wrong in that. But what happens is we assume that is the only way of learning. So when we come to the spiritual level, then those understanding are your intellectual understanding. But here we need experiential understanding. So to have the experiential understanding, how many books you read, how many video you saw, how many places you visit, how many masters you met, doesn't matter. How much you walked the path, that matters. And to do that, you need understanding, not the volume. Once understanding is clear, then you pass through. Very simple thing. This spiritual path is very simple. But our mind doesn't accept simple things. It makes it complicated. More complicated means more high standard. That's what our normal concept is. So to break that, I give this not to teach you that I know better, you don't know. It's not about that. I bring the point to the discussion so that you discuss, you ask questions, so that you get clarified. You get to understand the clarified. Again, I am not claiming whatever I am saying, that is the only truth or that is the best. Okay, I am not saying that. I will share my truth. You will realize, you will understand your truth. I am just helping you to reach there. I am not promoting my version, my understanding of the truth. You have to understand yourself. Okay, I'm making the background very clear. Your understanding may differ from my understanding. That is absolutely fine. Okay, there is no way that I should enforce that. But why I'm discussing this? Because it is important you develop your sense of inquiry. I'm encouraging you to ask questions. I may give one answer, but within you will find those answers. You look for that, and that will help you to progress further. Okay, that is the idea. So I will keep doing that, but whatever I am saying, that is my understanding and my experience. But you have to do on your own. You have to get this direct, first and downloaded. Then only your understanding of the truth will be complete. Okay, I'm just making this background clear. So now we'll go ahead with our session. Our topic today is it's not a very new topic. It's the karma, law of karma. We have done a lot of sessions earlier on law of karma and different aspects. Today we will discuss about the karmic files. What are the karmic files? Just to make the understanding clear, file management of karma. Okay, that is the today's topic. So already we discussed what type of karma. There are three types of karma. So one is called first is Kriyaman karma. Kriyaman karma means whatever I am doing now, that is creating karma. Means it will give result later on. Whether it's a good or bad, it will come later based on what type of karma I am doing. If I do some good work, it will develop some good karma. If I do some bad thing, it will get bad karma. I will get the good results. Another case will get the bad result. As simple as that. So first is Kriyaman karma. Next is called Sanchita karma, which is stored. I might have done something in the past that has created karma. So that has been stored somewhere. We'll understand where it is stored and all these things. And third is called Prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma is from storage, it has downloaded. Now it is giving its result, the karma phal. So this is Prarabdha karma, which has came from the storage. Okay, so mainly there are three types of karma. First is Kriyaman karma, means currently what I'm doing, which is creating karma. So that is the type of thing. That's Kriyaman karma, which is maybe you have done now or even in the past births. That karma is there, but result, it is not settled. It is not, the file is not closed. File is opened and it is already there somewhere. That is a storage. And the downloaded version from the storage, you call that like those things are dormant stage, not active, but now one of them become active. Then it will start giving its result. That is called Prarabdha karma. Okay, so there is three types of karma. Now, so first is about how karmic files are created. Okay, so this I explained before, but again, it is worth repeating because even if knowing many things, we still, go and bind many karma. We develop many karma. So that's why it is important to understand how karmas are created so that you are aware that how to control it or how to, filter it out or avoid it altogether to binding any karma. Karma are created by our ego. Okay, karma is created by our ego. Ego means our lower self, the mind, body, intellect package, which we call lower I or this I. Ego creates karma because ego has been given a free will to operate in the external world. The higher self or the universal consciousness or the creator created. Universal consciousness or the creator has created the ego. The purpose is to operate in the external world. To operate in the external world, to have experience, it has given free will. Because without free will, you cannot have and try something independently. You become a robot, a program robot. You cannot do anything else other than what is programmed. That was not the purpose of human life. Human life is the highest standard of the free will given. And free will is also his highest form of pure love expressed by the creator. This freedom has been given as an expression of the love and expression of the empowerment that you are not shackled, you are not bound by all those things, you are free. And that's the gift is given by the divine. So free will is different levels. There are free will. Soul level, of course, it is there, but in the lower level, the free will is given to the ego to operate in the external world, and it acts in the three aspects of us from ego, expression of the ego: thoughts, words, and action. In thoughts, words, and actions, so ego can think about anything. At this moment, ego can think, ego can say anything, words or actions. Some action can be taken right now that our ego can do that without, nobody will come interfere and stop in between. Ego itself stops it. Ego except decide I should not talk now. That's a different issue, but nobody will come in between. Because of this empowerment, the soul has taken this birth, this incarnation, to experience a life as per its plan, soul's plan. As the ego has this empowerment of free will, ego may do, say, or think something which is not in the plan. And only if it disbalances the energy balance, then it will bind karma. So energy imbalance is out of some thoughts, words, and actions by our ego, our lower personality, our incarnated body, incarnated version, whatever body and mind, whatever it does, it may create karma if it disbalances it. If it does something without disbalancing the energy balance equation, which is, I call it, no harm to anything or anyone. If you do that, then you will be fine. Like you are not creating any karma. But the moment it causes something to, some negative thing to somebody or something, maybe in the nature, then it binds karma. Karma files are opened for that. So suppose I cheated some money from one person, immediately one file is opened. This is a bad karma. Then I have to repay. Or at the same time, I donated some money to somebody. Then some good karma has been come to in my account. I'm a credit, otherwise a debit. Okay, so like that. So to answer this question that how karmas are created, it is created by our ego through ignorance primarily, because ego is not aware which will bind karma, which will not. It wants to satisfy itself. In the process of satisfying itself, it uses free will, and the free will of thoughts, words, and action. In the name of being happy, I like to enjoy my life, etc. It does something or says something or thinks something which imbalances the stability of the energy equilibrium, and that binds karma. Clear? Okay. How karmas are created. Now, the next factor is the time. So what happens? There may be the time for that the karma action and reaction may not be in the same time. Some of them are instantaneous. If you put hand in a fire, your hand will be burned. Like action, reaction, and that karma of touching the fire and get the burn, the effect is instantaneous. Immediately you will get that. Okay. But some of them, maybe after some time. After some time, you will get that. So, suppose you have taken too much borrowed from the bank, but you didn't pay. So, bank notice may come a little later. Okay. Immediately, you may not face it. You say, okay, let me do, and nothing will happen. But sometime they will come to know, and they will send you notice, or you'll get a monthly bill. A bill will come, and things like that. There will be some gap. Sometimes the gaps are more. Some may be months and years. How that play? When we create that karma, it's called karma bij. It's a seed form. It is like planting the seed. That planting the seed will take time to come sprout and then grow as a tree and then give the fruit. So planting the seed and getting the fruit, it may take maybe few years. It's not that that seed will not give you the fruit. It will, but it will give you after some time. So there is a gap. In our case also, in the karma vij, if we create some karma vij, that means it is open, the file has been opened, account is opened, karmic account, that particular one. It may give immediately, settle down. So that has been destroyed, completed, its subject purpose gone. Maybe after some time or maybe after some years, like the tree example I have given. So the time is not same for all the karmas. And here lies our confusion. Sometimes what happens is we see somebody is doing bad things but not enjoying life, and we are doing all good things but we are not, some bad things also happening to us. So understand this. So it is in the curve, going up curve and down curve. The person who is doing bad work and enjoying life, they are creating bad karma for their future. There is no way they can get away with it. And if we are facing the suffering, but you have not done anything wrong or bad to anyone, that means you are settling your karma. You're closing them. Accounts are closed, being closed. So in that sense, so you are in the curve of settling. Another is karma binding, like more and more accumulating. So there, the time creates the confusion, and that thinks why I should be good, and thinks I'm suffering that other person. So it is not about other person. Everybody's file, the account is settled. Account is debit, credit are all end of the journey. It should be all balanced to zero. There cannot be anything it is unaccounted for. Okay. So next point was about how these good and bad karmas are, how they interact. Okay. So let me explain you that. Suppose I have cheated 5 people, and then I visited 5 temples and given big pujas, and I thought that with that 5 puja, that 5 so-called sin and has been neutralized. So in karma, understand this part very carefully. All karmas are mutually exclusive, means files will be independently maintained. Whatever files have been created, those have to be independently closed. If you have good karma, you will get a good result. So that file will be closed. And if you have done bad karma, you will get a bad result. They will not neutralize each other. Means it is not that one good karma will neutralize one bad karma. No. Independently you will get the result of a good karma and also result of a bad karma. They will not neutralize each other. So it is our misunderstanding to think that if I cheated 5% and go to some 5 temple and offer big things to God, and then that will neutralize that. Mera jo paap hai, wo punya mein badal jayega or something. Nothing will happen. You will also get, okay, whatever you have done, you will get a good result for that, and that also will get a bad result for that. Okay. So this part is, you need to understand it very, very clearly. So this is the way that operates. So it is mutually exclusive. They are not, interact with each other. That means each and every karma has a file, and that file has to be independently closed or settled. Okay. So now next point is about that where the karmic files are stored. Okay. Karmic files, whatever I told, how karmic are created? In the ego level. So in the lower level. But this karma, the energy imbalance, the prints are stored in our 5th body, Karan Deha. All karmic files are stored there. We have a 7-body system, it goes to the 5th body. That 5th body doesn't dissolve at the time of death. Means in one life it is not settled, in the next life. That is where the Sanchita karma and Prarabdha karma is coming to play. If I created something but not settled in this life, it will become a Sanchita karma. Means it will go to the storage, that storage in the 5th body. And At appropriate time, it will be downloaded, which is in the form of prarabdha karma, and it will give results. So it is quite common that you don't understand why this is happening to you. It may be the origin or the file was created in the previous births. And also this particular fifth body, where it is, you can, to understand that, some masters say that it goes into Sutratma. Sutratma means like each and every life, suppose the garland. The garland has a flower, lot of flower and thread passing through all of them. You consider each and every flower is one life. And these lives are connected with a thread. That's how the mala, that garland has been made. That thread, in this case, is Sutratma. Sutra means thread, Atma. That is the soul. So, end of each life, that flower drops, but these things, karmas, are stored into the Sutratma, the thread, because thread is a link between the next life. Sometimes in the other lives, but that is the common thread. So it goes there, and then in the appropriate time, it gets downloaded. Understand that some karma created, it cannot be left like that. It has to be balanced as per the energy equilibrium principle. It is like a pendulum. It has shifted in one. Normally, it is a neutral position. If it is shifted in one side, as long as you're holding it forcefully, it will stay there. But the moment you release it, it will go back to the opposite direction, maybe a few times, and then come to neutral. If you leave it, it cannot stay there. Because it is not an equilibrium position. It is not a neutral position. That's why you cannot. The bob of the pendulum cannot stay there. But in the middle, if it is there, then it can stay as long as you want. As long as at time. Any amount of time, it will stay there because it is in equilibrium position. So if it is shifted to any one side, left or right, doesn't matter. Any side, it has to go to opposite side before it comes to the neutral position. So that is the energy balance principle. Same thing happens with the karma. So once it is imbalanced, that is the time the karma file has been created. And when it goes to equal and opposite sides and whatever, and comes back to the neutral, that means the file is closed. Because the imbalance which was created is no longer there because it's come back to the neutral position. So that I'm giving the example of a pendulum to understand it, that how it works. Okay. So now it is clear where it is stored. It's stored in the Sutratma or fifth body. Karan. The Karan means cause of everything. All our life, what we suffer or get reward based on, originally at soul level, it came from the Karan Deha. Okay, so that is the fifth body. So some people say, do I know how many things are there and all this? Yes, you can know. But for that, through meditation and other things, you have to go to the level of your Karan Deha, fifth body. And next body is the knowledge body. The body of awareness. The knowledge, truth, knowledge of the truth. So there, if you download from fifth to fourth body, you will know that it is what are the things are there. Okay, when karmic files are retrieved and activated. Okay, this I think I already discussed that this at an appropriate time. A soul, one of the purpose of the soul is whatever the pending files are there to close them as quickly as possible. So when a life ends, our soul takes an account of how many files you have created or balance. It creates a life, next life, such a way that maximum number of files can be closed in that lifetime. So if you have cheated somebody, next life that you may be getting that, some opportunity to return it so that your file is closed. So like that, all different types of karmas, soul creates the situation or the association with the people, the relatives and friends, and where we live and to whom we meet, and all these kind of things has been created so that we can repay our debt as fast as possible and close all those karmic accounts. That is the purpose. It's a different issue that because of our free will, we take birth and then we may sometimes create more karma than closing. And this becomes an infinite loop almost. And it's a punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Like you come here to settle something, maybe those are settled, but you bind something new. Again, you have to come back to settle them. And in the process, you create something new, more. And this way it will keep going. Anyway, so this is the type of thing we have been going through, and all other things moving forward in our life. And this comes across all the karmic files are activated because our soul has planned a certain thing, certain event to happen, so that those files which is downloaded, prarabdha karma, that gets opened and settled. This is called activation. So karma vij, from karma vij, they become sprouting, and it gives the tree, and you get the fruit. For that, the time has been created by slots have been created by our own soul, so that you can get the karma phal. It can be bad, it can be good as per the karma, but you will definitely have a slot where it will give you the results. Okay, this planning has been done at the soul level for the past life karmas. And if you create something new, you may or may not get the opportunity to settle them. But still, there can be some opportunity may come to automatically to settle them. And if not, it will go to the storage and it will come back later in other lives. How karmic files are closed? Okay, these karmic files are closed in, basically, if you, karma bij, once it is karma phal has been, you experience the karma phal, that file is closed. You planted a seed, it goes a tree, and it gives the fruit, you get the fruit, and matter ends there. The file is closed. It is the normal way. The way of the spiritual practices is that we can close it through meditation. In the meditative fire, if you meditate with, you remember we do chin mudra. It's a thumb is fire element, air element, fire and air together. It gives our dhyan agni, the meditative fire. In the meditative fire, what happens is the karma bij, the seed, they get roasted. And once the seed is roasted, even if you plant it into the ground, it will not sprout. It will not become a tree, and it will not give you the karma phal. So that is another way to deal with it, about that, deal with it with this karma bij. So this is the one we have to be. So this one is that who are walking the spiritual path, all masters say you meditate, meditate, and meditate. They are not mad. They said just meditate for that. What happens is more you meditate, more those seeds get roasted, and you become free from your karmic burden, become lessen and lessen, and then you will be able to be lighter and free to reach there unto for your closing all those the karma much faster. If you meditate, go to this path, and then through the dhyan agni, you roast the karma bij, and that is the way you can reduce the karmic burden and karmic debt. So that is also possible. And next trick is it possible to deactivate karmic files in bulk? Yes, it is possible, but it is not in our hand. Like we have got minimum 700 human lives, and God knows how many karmas we have done, so many seeds. means Guruji Prem Nirmal ji says that if we take each and one karma as a karma bij, then we have bori. Bori means that what is called the sack or bag, that where they put the cement and other thing, the big bag. So, bori bhar bhar ke bij we have karma bij, and that is stored in godowns. Okay. So many lifetimes, so many karmas, the godowns full of boris of karma bij, that many millions of karma we have. And when you meditate, you'll get one at a time, one bij roasted, and thing like that. Half an hour meditation, one bij roasted, and something like that. So that means it will get so many hours of meditation, maybe so many lifetimes to roast the seed you already created. So it is not practically possible to neutralize all those karmas through meditation. And many people, they think, what's the point? Anyway, it will not be this thing. So I will not make any attempt. So this particular approach, even though it is a smart approach, but from spiritual point of view, it is most foolish idea. If you understand this, through meditation, I can. Maybe it will take several lifetimes, but let me start with this life. You seriously meditate, and then your karma will be, roasted one after another. During the process, that is not in your hand. If you give your 100% seriousness in attempting, then one point of time, Guru Kripa will happen, like Babaji will send his representative to you, or who has got a power for karma kshalan. Karma kshalan means the karma deletion in a bulk. It is a divine gift. You cannot claim it. And not many people in this world has got that technology and authorization. Okay. So if you are lucky in your lifetime, you will get a master who can do karma kshalan. Okay. And that is like burning a godown full of karma at one go. It is not it may be sometime case one is enough, maybe sometime 2-3 times. If it is more, it takes more. Sometimes if there is a gap between something, like in between some time gap is there, then you have to do it again and things like that. But the technology is possible. Maybe after this few of this kind of events, karma kshalan events, when you keep doing your sadhana and fully surrendered condition, at the time of your enlightenment, all balanced karmas are lifted up by one go. All balance. This is not karma kshalan anymore. This is lifting finally everything. All balance. And that particular process is called Guru Kripa. So at the time of enlightenment, Guru Kripa happens, and that is the time, in an instant, all balanced karma files are burned, actually. Not closed, they burned in a bulk, and then you got free, and then you move up for your spiritual journey. As long as your karma is there, you cannot get enlightened. Okay? Because as I mentioned, the karma belongs to the ego, and ego, as long as ego is there and keep operating, you're operating from ego, enlightenment is not possible. So at one stage, that ego to be completely annihilated. And then this process through meditation and all this, you have to go to level of full surrender, and that in that process, Guru Kripa will happen. How long time it takes? It is improper question. It's a kripa that happens. It's not in your hand that I can tell about this much years or this many time or so many. If you do 8 hours meditation, it will happen. No, there is no such rule. Okay, you keep surrendering yourself. One fine moment, Guru Kripa will happen to you. And that is the time, within a second, you will get it. You'll get free and you will get open up, and that process will be completely get enlightened. Yeah. So this is how it happens. So to answer that, yes, bulk is possible. And as I said, the karmakshalan and the final one, ultimate one, during enlightenment. And what is liberated life of zero karma? That is the last point. It is living a life of awareness. All enlightened masters, they don't bind any new karma because they work from the level of awareness. And at the time they see all their past parts, so they know what are the mistakes they have done, and for that in the another life they have to suffer. So they will not thoughts, words, and action. They will not think about anything. Mind is completely under control. So they will not think anything bad about anybody or anything. They will words, whatever words they will use, that is only they will share the truth or for the betterment of others. Even if they have to shout at someone, to make sure it is for their benefit, not to satisfy the ego. And thoughts, words, and action, all actions are pure. Means there is no mean-mindedness, self-interest, or selfishness is involved. It may not be a very big thing. They are doing very minor thing maybe, but it will be pure. Okay, so whatever say, whatever you do, with the full connection and with pure love, they will do it. And it doesn't matter, people are understanding it, recognize it, somebody is clapping for them or somebody is appreciating them, or they are beyond all this. Okay, it's not about how people are taking it. It is about self-expression. They are just sharing their truth. That's it. They wanted to help without judgment. Whether they deserve it, doesn't deserve it, they don't bother. Because none of the business. It's all created by the creator, and people are facing that one. Who am I to judge? So like that, but in this process, if you walk the path of your life with full awareness, then in this, in the light of awareness, no karma has been bound. No karma has been created because you are fully aware the consequences or what will happen in case of, something is, some selfish act has been done in the past lives and other things. So they are fully aware of that, and they will not do any such thing which will create more karma and which will create, they have to come back again to settle them, because there is no need. At the time of enlightenment, already those files are closed. So why to take a chance and create something new karma and come back again to, so that is a foolishness. So in their lifestyle is called the holistic living. They teach also holistic living, how to do that. Like no harm to anything or anyone. So this kind of living, if you go to do that, it is very simple. It's not complicated. As I said in the beginning, that it is not at all complicated, but it is simple, but that is a way to lead a life of absolutely no karma. Zero karma life it is called, or enlightened living they call, or holistic living, whatever name you call it. Many people call it a different name, doesn't matter. The main, bottom line is there should not be any karma. You are not binding any karma, living a life of full awareness. That is a zero karmic living. So with this, I will conclude this learning session. So if there is any question, so you're welcome to ask me now. Yes, Sergi, go ahead.
So you spoke about this meditation. With meditation, we are able to burn sanchit karma, right?
Yeah, roast. Yeah,
roast the sanchit karma. And what about the others, kriyaman and prarabdha?
No. Kriyaman is already what you are doing now. You're going to create the bij. So you are there. If you don't do it, it will not be created. So forget about creating anything new. So Kriyaman, still it is in your hand. Don't do it. It will not create. But Sanchita karma is there. It is created. You may not know when it is created, how it is created, but you can roast them. Prarabdha karma is very interesting. Earlier, there was no way you can deal with Prarabdha karma. They say that it is like a stone has started rolling down from a mountain. When the stone was not moving, it is easier to stop them. But once it start rolling down, it needs very huge force to stop them. It's almost impossible. But Babaji has given the technique of Kriya Yoga. No? In Kriya Yoga, if you practice regularly, then it will clean your Sushumna Nadi all the time. From the higher energy level, higher energy dimension to physical dimension, it comes through Sushumna Nadi. So if you clean the Sushumna Nadi through Kriya daily, then even Prarabdha karma, it will not give you the result. The effect will not be given. Okay, so this is a technique how to do it. So if you summarize, Kriyaman karma, awareness. If you're aware, you will not create new karma. Sanchita karma, meditation. Meditate. And third is Prarabdha karma is a Kriya. Babaji's gift, Babaji has given. So if you do Kriya, you will not bind any new karma. I mean, whatever the karmas are there, they will get neutralized. They will not give a result. Okay.
Yes, and like sometimes what happens is like I'm thinking about some thoughts, like say for example during work or something like that, and then after a while I'll realize, oh no, like there's a point of awareness which realizes that I should not be aware. So then I start thinking that what karma will this thought must have created. So this continuously happens. Is there any way out of it?
No, only answer is simple awareness. So you need to be aware, but it's okay. Don't be too much harsh on yourself. Okay. It is okay to time get slipped off a little bit. It's normal. Okay. As long as at least you're aware and then you are coming back. You are not going one thought to another and then completely forget about that and going to that channel. Then earlier we used to be like that normally because we thought that is our normal way. But now, because you are aware of this karma and how it is, at least you are some point of time, you are aware and catching and going back, coming back to the neutrality. So it is initially that effort, the trial, and it is okay to be on that. So try to be more aware, awareness to be enhanced or developed to be aware all the time. If not, it's okay. As long the moment you enjoy, moment you realize, not enjoy, moment you realize that you got some thought has taken you away, be aware of your breath, centralize yourself, then you are okay. And that has gone.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji.
God bless you. Monali, you raise your hand.
Yes, Guruji, thanks a lot for the last week guidance you told me for the breath awareness. It's not that I am doing it 24/7, but whenever I am doing this, I'm myself feeling light in my mind. I mean, not thoughts are not coming. When my meditation has improved, thanks a lot for this guidance, Guruji. This breath awareness. Another thing, Guruji, you just said now for clearing our Sanchita karma, Prarabdha karma, we have to do the meditation and the mudra. Mudra, I am doing this pran and shikhar mudra only, like you do in the guided. So is it sufficient or I have to do all the 5 mudras like pran?
See, initially, maybe first 1 year or so, you need that, all 5.
Okay.
After that, when you settle, means all you practice, then you can do it in this too, that should be fine. But nothing wrong, time to time, at least once in a week, we do all 5. That's fine. Okay, but it is not mandatory. It is basically whoever already practiced. For us, we can do it in the shorter version to save time. That's all.
Okay. Okay.
But if you
Thanks a
don't
lot.
do, nothing
Mm,
wrong will happen. It's not like that. Yeah.
mm. Okay. Thanks a lot,
Okay.
Guruji. Thanks
Okay.
a lot.
God bless you. Chaitali, next.
Yeah, Guruji, my question is, what is the difference between Maya and free will?
Maya and free will. Okay. So, free will, Maya means you cannot see the truth. That is Maya. And like you are walking in a road, there is a fog. Okay, that is Maya, which is outside you. Free will, that is inside you. You choose whether to walk or not to walk. That is your free will. Okay, so your free will is your own choice given. But Maya is you cannot see the truth. Whether you do something or not do something, it is your free will. But you are not aware of the truth, that is the Maya. Okay, just as I say fog. Fog means you are thinking all around you is a white color. It is not. There may be some, trees are there, mountains are there. You cannot just see that. You cannot see the truth because you are surrounded by a fog. Okay, that is called Maya. That is a layer or a curtain is there so that you cannot see other side properly. You think curtain is the end of it. It is not. When your curtain is removed, then you maybe from the window you can see there are a lot of things outside window. So Maya is like that.
Okay, Guruji. I have one more question. Guruji, I do Kriya, but I don't know whether I do it perfectly or exactly the proper way or not. So is it effective to reduce any karma?
No, there's nothing to do with your karma. Kriya, whatever you are doing, suppose you are doing perfectly or not perfectly, it will not bind any karma. Okay.
No. Huh. No.
Means. Mhm.
My question is, I don't know whether I do it perfectly or not. So, this will, if my kriya is not perfect, so this will not reduce my karma, right?
No. See,
Okay.
Kriya, there is no negative impact, negative effect of Kriya. If you are doing it wrongly, then you will not get the benefit. But you will not come down on fall some negative karma or something. No, or physically something will happen and you develop some disease. No, simply you will not get the benefit if you are mistaken. Do it again and then go move forward. That's it. But there is no negative impact, negative effect, whether karmic, physical, mental, nothing. Karma, kriya has no negative impact. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji.
Okay. All right. I think this link will be over soon. Shraddhanjali, I will come back to you. I don't know how long it will continue. So if this link is over, then I will post another link. So all of you, please join in the next link. But you go ahead, Shraddhanjali, you ask your question. And if it in between, if it gets disconnected, please join in the same place. Our group, I will post the link. You join, then I will continue. Okay.
Yeah. So my question was like in this life, we have started the spiritual journey and we are in the spiritual path. But after that, how do we know that in our next life also we will continue this spiritual journey? In this life, yes, we have started it. But is it the soul already knows it that it has to continue the spiritual journey in our next life?
Oh, yes. See, soul knows everything. So it is nothing is unknown to the soul. But this, you are assuming that this spiritual journey we have started, you will not be able to end it in this life. Isn't it? That's what you're saying, that whether it will continue.
Kind of, yes.
Not.
Yeah.
It is quite possible what you have started, you may conclude in this life. You get enlightened and you need not to take another birth. That's quite possible. But if because of any reason you didn't get enlightened in this life, of course, next life you will continue. wherever you left here, you will, if you choose by your free will spiritual path, only then it will come back, otherwise not. It will wait for the next life, when you choose, in the life when you choose to be spiritual. It will not be enforced on you, but whatever you have accrued spiritual wealth, that will made available in the next life if you choose to be spiritual. Otherwise it will be passed on to the next life till you come to the level whether you can come to a level when you can get that spiritual wealth and start from there. You will not to repeat it. But there is a minimum qualification needed to do that. How to understand this, it sounds a little complicated. So let me just explain how it is. Like suppose at the time of some one person is very rich, he has multiple properties and multimillionaire, has a property in UK, property in India, US, many places, and huge business and all. Maybe at the time of childbirth, his wife expired. Okay, and he has a small daughter to raise. After say 2 years, when the daughter is 2 years old, he also detected with the cancer, terminal cancer. He will just live for another 6 months. He has a huge property. Okay, let everybody join. Almost 80% joined. Okay, so I will continue whatever I was discussing. So Shraddhanjali, you are there?
Yes, Guruji.
Okay. So what I was giving an example. So that example was a person filthy rich, in a lot of property, a lot of money, and he lost his wife at the time of childbirth, and there is a daughter, maybe daughter when the daughter is 2 years old, that time he detected with a terminal cancer, and he knows he will not live more than 6 months. Now, what is the issue? Issue is if when if he dies, then all his property will be looted by others, right? But it is legitimately belong to that child, which is 2 years old now. So all what is legitimate for wealth, inheritance from the child will not get anything. People will loot that money, and the child will be maybe thrown out somewhere. Nobody will bother. So as a father, so he need to settle it. He need to make something which takes care of these things. So what he appointed one trustee, where there's some law firm or something, and they put all his property and money and under that in the trust, and he created a will that their daughter. So whoever is taking care, of the daughter, maybe that person or that family will get maybe say $20,000 per month for just taking care of that child. But the moment they will not take care, they will not get that money. Okay, that's a sign that trust the law firm will be taking care of that. But if somebody has said willing to do that, they will give that. This arrangement will continue till that daughter is 18 years old or say 20 years old. After that, the whole property will be gone to the name of the daughter. Till the time that the firm will hold that, the trustee will hold that the property, till the child become adult, and then it will transfer to her name so that she can enjoy that. Then let her do whatever she wants to do with that ancestral property. This is why I am giving this example, because this is exactly the way whatever our spiritual wealth accumulated in one life is been transferred to the next life. In the next life, suppose I was in one life, I was almost at the verge of enlightenment, but something or other didn't happen, So I fall sick and my life ended and didn't happen. But I have done a lot of, progress. Next life, I took birth, but I have no way interested in spirituality. Maybe I'm become a criminal and become a cheating people and making things like that. So that spiritual wealth, I will misutilize. So it will not be made available to me. Okay, that life gone. Maybe I got, punished, jailed, or whatever. Life is over. Another life, then it again started seeking. In the beginning, it will not come. Start seeking and trying to get and learn something, practicing something. So once you are fully settled into the spirituality, one moment, all whatever the backlog you will get, all these things will be suddenly made available, like given like a lottery or spiritual lottery. Because you are not ready, you will not misutilize that. You are ready so that you can then it will not take much time for you to complete the journey. Okay, so good news is you never know how much you have done in your past lives. Okay, so don't give up a hope that in this life it is started late and I have so many things to do. It will not happen. It's not like that. You may have something which you don't know. Okay, it will be given at the appropriate time when you are ready. Okay, it will be made available to you. So that is the right way of understanding this matter.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Guruji.
Okay. God bless you. Any other question?
Sir,
Yes, Shweta.
thank you, sir, for this session and every session. Sir, my daughter is pushing me to ask a question. She asked me
Yes.
right now. She was
Yes.
saying that, ma'am, ma, is it possible that a human being does something wrong and become a mosquito in next life? Like, is it possible that we can become insect? I don't know the answer.
No way. No way. Okay. So don't worry. Maybe long back we are some mosquito, but not now. Now it is no way we can go back. Okay. It's not
Okay, thank
possible.
you.
Okay. God bless you. Yes, Kavita.
मंगलम सर सर हम लोग अपने थॉट से अगर कर्मा क्रिएट कर रहे हैं तो थॉट से हम लोग उसको डिसइंटीग्रेट भी तो कर सकते हैं ना
करेक्ट कर सकते हैं अच्छे सोचो means good karma bad karma type of thing is there, so you can have a good thought And now Madhavi is saying, so blessed by Babaji, we have got Guru. Okay. Yes, it is all Babaji's grace. So,
सर एक चीज पूछना था, ये अभी इस क्लास से रिलेटेड नहीं है, जस्ट मेडिटेशन के समय जैसे मैंने देखा है एक लेडी को, वो अपना गार्लैंड दिखा रही है, मतलब जैसे फूलों का हार पहना हुआ है, तो व्हाट डज दैट मीन?
what that means?
व्हाट डज दैट मीन, मतलब वो क्या कहना चाहती है?
No, we'll not discuss about somebody else's rituals and some other masters what they do or some other. हमें उससे कोई
मेडिटेशन के समय जैसे दिखाई दे, तो उसका फिर परसेप्शन हम लोग क्या?
आपको दिखाई दिया?
हाँ.
Yeah, okay. So it is your spiritual experience. Okay. So if it is your spiritual experience, then in this particular case with the garland, it's not make much thing. Okay. Just see and thank you. If you see anyone, maybe sometime deity comes, sometimes some masters come and all during your meditation, you have to just say thank you, and uska ashirwad le le, and that's it. Okay. वो जो उसका क्या कारण है, क्यों आया and all, it's not important. Because that will create our intellectual analysis which is not needed. आपका एक्सपीरियंस हुआ, आप उसको थैंक यू बोल दें और चला जाएगा. इट्स ओके.
थैंक यू.
गुरुजी प्रणाम.
प्रणाम, हरिओम.
Now this is regarding Kriya. We keep doing at whenever we do alone. Now one doesn't know whether it is doing in a perfect manner or not so perfect, or is it correct. So how does one comes to know that it is one is progressing as far as Kriya is concerned?
See, there are two ways. One is whether you are doing it rightly or not, your guru will tell you. Okay. Your guru will tell you that you are not doing it correctly, you do it this way. Okay, this is one way. And whether you are progressing or not, again, it will be your guru will know. If you are going in the wrong way, your guru will correct you, even without you asking. Okay. So this is our spiritual progress. Sometimes we need to get these things corrected. In the beginning, earlier session, I was telling, sometimes a guru will say something, strong words.
Correct.
Maybe that is for your own betterment. Means guru wants you to correct something. Okay. So suppose you are focusing on a certain issues which is not important in the spiritual journey.
Correct.
तो गुरु उसको आंसर नहीं देगा, बोला क्या फालतू के बात करते हो, क्या है, because means you will get stuck there if you go that way. Okay. So guru उसको discourage करेगा, so and you will bring to the normal way back. In this process, sometimes the people feel insulted. मुझे अच्छा बुला भड़ा कहा. You understand that कि the entity within you which is feeling that I got insulted, that is your ego. Okay. That ego also need to go. So the guru's duty is to ego ko maar ke bhagaye. Okay. Because as long as ego is there, enlightenment not possible. So in that way also, it will be good if your guru is telling you to correct something or do something, So even if you acha nahi laga, lekin it will be for your ultimate good.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. God bless you very much. Kavita, I'll come back to you. Madhu, you go ahead.
Guruji, once very small question. When somebody dies, people at times speak good and at times they speak bad about the person who has gone. Does it bind karmas to the person who has, to the person who is dead, or to the person who are talking about the dead person?
हाँ, तो वो जो चला गया उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, ठीक है ना. Nothing to do with the person who is speaking about it. Definitely वो कर्म बांध रहा है. हाँ, वो तो कर्म बांध रहा है, because every thought, every words will create, good and bad will create karma. तो फालतू में उसको एडिशनल कर्मा अपने आप का वो झोली में ले रहा है, इसका कोई जरूरत नहीं है। तो अच्छा बुरा इट इज सी इन दीज आर ऑल आवर ओन वर्जन। हम किसी को अच्छा सोचते हैं, किसी को बुरा सोचते हैं। लाइक पीपल कंसिडर, सपोज मैं सोचता हूं कि दिन अच्छा है रात बुरा है, बट ट्रूथ इज दिन दिन है रात रात है, अपना कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है उसका। ओके, सो हम कौन होते हैं उसे वो अच्छा वो बुरा वो सोचने वाला? ओके, सो दिस इज द थिंग, इफ यू आर लिविंग इन द अवेयरनेस ना, ये सब नहीं आता है। हम सोचते हैं ठीक है वो ऐसा है, इट्स ओके, एक्सेप्टेंस आ जाता है। वी एक्सेप्ट वो ठीक नहीं है, इट्स ओके, मेरे हिसाब से वो ठीक नहीं है, दैट्स ओके, यू एक्सेप्ट इट एंड मूव ऑन, मेरा क्या पड़ा है उसका। तो आई वॉक माई वन पाथ, द अदर पर्सन विल वॉक हिज और हर पाथ। वो अपने आप ही सीखेंगे, आपने उसको जो लेसन मिलना है, उसको जो कार्मिक फल मिलना है, वो अपने आप आएगा। हम उसको बीच में, मैं उसको बोल के मैं अपना कर्मा क्यों खराब करूं? ठीक है, सो जस्ट मीन्स यू विल नो इट। आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि आपको हर बुरा चीज भी अच्छा लगने लगेगा, आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट। यू विल अंडरस्टैंड बट यू विल नॉट रिएक्ट टू इट। आप उसमें कुछ ऐड नहीं करेंगे, ठीक है, अपने तरफ से आप कुछ नहीं करेंगे, ठीक है, वो ऐसा है। ओके, गॉड ब्लेस यू। यस कविता।
गुरुजी, मतलब हम लोग वननेस क्रिएट करने के लिए, वननेस की फीलिंग आए, ताकि और हम लोग कर्मा नहीं क्रिएट करें और रिएक्ट नहीं करें, जजमेंट नहीं करें, तो वो फीलिंग कैसे लेके आए कि सब में हम लोग वननेस देखें?
सब में वननेस वो होगा, वो आपको लॉजिकली उसमें नहीं, यू कैनॉट गो बाई कैसे देखें, मैं आपको बता दूं 3 तरीका, ऐसा नहीं है। हाँ, वो नजरिया अपने आप चेंज होगा। हाँ, वो बाहर से कोई बोल के वो नजरिया को चेंज नहीं कर सकते, बिकॉज इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन योर लेवल ऑफ अवेयरनेस। वो जब अवेयरनेस डेवलप होगा ना, तो वननेस ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाएगा, वननेस को डाउनलोड करने की जरूरत नहीं है। ठीक है, इफ यू फील वन, सपोज इफ आई फील दीज आर माई 2 hands of the same body, so we'll not fight with each other, no? इसको थप्पड़ मारे उसको ऐसे नहीं करेंगे ना, because we belong to the same body. So बाकी दूसरा, अगर हम सोचते हैं we are part of the same, then ये फाइटिंग बंद हो जाएंगे ऑटोमेटिकली, ऐसा है। ओके,
थैंक यू सर।
Okay, God bless you.
Rajdeep, I have a question.
Yes, Devu.
See, if I understand correctly, a majority of the cases, our karma gets settled in the same lifetime itself.
Yeah, correct.
So my question is, under what circumstances it gets shifted to next future lives? Number 1. Number 2 is, in my understanding, if the karma gets settled in the same life itself, then it gives a better understanding to the entire humanity, be it good karma or bad karma. People will get to know, okay, he did something bad, so karma is showing its result. He did something good, karma is showing its result. So probably in humanity in total would have been a better position to move towards spirituality. So, if you can clarify my understanding.
Yeah. Okay. First question is about why some of the things, if can be settled in this life, then why goes to the next life?
Right.
Simple answer is the situation to settle does not happen. As for example, I have done something with somebody, and in this life, then no opportunity came to meet, but the person may be died. Okay. Or I'm geographically located somewhere, there is no way we can meet that person. Okay, in that case, it has to be shifted to the next life, so that the right opportunity comes, that they meet, and then in the process, they get settled. Okay.
Mhm.
So simply it's opportunity basis. If there is no opportunity comes, it has to be shifted.
Okay.
Okay. And the second is what you are saying, the karma or whatever has been bound, it has been for the energy imbalance, as I, so settling that. But at the same time, through experiences, we learn to come out of karma. Even though we don't go to the level of spirituality, yeah, just the cause and effect teaches us what we should be doing and what we should not be doing. Those are our life lessons. And this lesson has been learned in the intellectual level. We then decide that we should not be doing this because it is giving me bad result. Those things which bind karma, which we are not aware, means we are doing it for our own happiness, but there is a collateral damage which is creating the karma. As we are not learned the lesson, that's why we are binding the karma or keep on binding the karma. But it is all about the level of awareness. A high level of high awareness will not allow to build any more karma, whereas the lower one, even unknowingly, they bind more and more karma.
Mhm.
So that is finally, if the whole level of awareness goes of the humanity, then all issues of the world will be solved. And that is exactly what the spiritual masters are guiding for. They are guiding the humanity to go to the level when they are aware. They are not to be ordered and instructed what to do. Simply be aware of yourself. And with this awareness, the system will come or develop automatically and it will run, and then whole humanity will benefit out of that. That's all.
Okay, my question was, like, I think in one of your previous sessions, you said if 6% of the total human population becomes spiritual, then the vibration,
Enlightened.
enlightened, then the vibration of this earth will change, or I mean, it'll go towards betterment. So my point was, if every karma, okay, situation you said already clarified that situation doesn't allow many times to get it settled. But if the majority of them get settled, then maybe the people will automatically take a cue from it that, okay, the effect of karma. Many times what happens, people think, okay, he did all bad things and then nothing happens to him, so he thinks, okay, fine, it is okay. So my question was that. But as you said, situation doesn't arise, so...
No, there are other way also. See, there are a lot of ways to deal with it. The situation doesn't arise means you are taking the longest path. Like each and every karma to be settled individually. There is another way to meditate and settle them. Karma beej wise. Go further, be aware of the spiritual thing, so that at least in the level, in the high level of awareness, then you are worthy to receive the grace of karma kshalan.
Right.
So there is there, but it has to be, but only difference is you have to choose it by your free will. It will not happen to you automatically. If you walk the path, to be honest, I'm sharing the truth. If you give 100% effort to neutralize all your karma through meditation, you are not binding any new, because you are aware that no new karma will be bound. But what about the sanchita? If you fully give full 100% effort, and as I mentioned earlier, in one lifetime, forget about one, even 10 lifetime, if you meditate all the time, still it is not enough to neutralize them. Okay. But if you give 100%, one given point of time, Guru Kripa will happen. Means Guru Kripa means you just taken a one step out of 100. 99 step, divine will come to you and meet you there. But this 99 step will not happen if you don't take this first step. Okay, or ज़्यादा होशियारी देगा ना, smartness और ये वो कर, it will not happen simply. And so this is the type of thing. So what we are basically telling, if the people, they just take that one step, rest are gifted. Enlightenment is gifted. Guru Kripa happens. Okay. Only you have to give that 100% effort. not result, effort. Okay, so that you raise your deserving capacity, and rest of the thing will fall on your lap. Okay,
Right.
that's what we need to do. 6% of the people, so that with that energy is enough to change the complete energy shift on the planet Earth. Okay.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. God bless you. Okay. Anyone? Any other question? Yes, Sreshi?
It's probably not a question, but maybe like we have done some good karma to have you in our life, right? Like Babaji has sent you. That is how I feel it.
Yeah, yes. It is all, see, the truth is, when you are ready, Guru Mandala will send their representative to you. Okay. So it is about your, again, the deserving capacity. People say, oh, hota nahi hai, hame kaise pata chala? Who, I don't know who is the good guru and who doesn't and all. Basically, they are not interested. Okay. They're not interested. These are bahana. So it is not about that. If you are ready, so I'm ready to work on that and work on myself, and something appropriate guru will be sent to you. Guru Mandala will find you. Guru Mandala knows everything. So only thing you have to raise, again the same thing, what I was explaining to Debu, that you have to go raise the deserving capacity. Yeah, that's it. Rest will follow. You will be fine, you will be guided. Whatever you need to know, you will be taught. Whatever technique you need to learn, that techniques will be given to you. You have to simply practice and go with this, your awareness level, and then you walk your own path. You will be empowered completely to do that. It will happen. In the next step, if there is a higher step, somebody higher of that level will come and do it. If you need some karma kshalan will happen. All these things will happen. You have to just simply keep on walking. That's all. Okay.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you.
All right. God bless you.
Guruji, a small question.
Yes,
question.
Chaitali.
That means what you were saying to Shreyoshi, in WeAreOne group, there are lots of people are there in our group, but few are with you right now. That means only few are ready to have you in our life.
No. Means a lot of people are in WeAreOne group.
All of them are not joining every day.
Doesn't matter about the joining or not joining.
Okay. But
they may be listening the video, or they may be practicing on their own. So what they are doing doesn't matter. Okay, the connection matters. They are serious walking their path or not, that matters. No external thing will matter. Okay, so maybe they will listen sometime or get this thing. That's all right. Okay, that will not make much difference. But the seriousness, it is said, the lagan mein agan hona chahiye. If you are passionate enough for the spiritual journey, then the things will click. It will happen. Okay, and the things will click many ways. Some they choose to not only listening, they're transcribing whatever Guru told. They're writing it, typing it, making the text, make it available for others. While typing, things get clicked. By listening, you might not have clicked. Okay, this happened. Many. In our group also happened. They're just simply transcribing what Guru told. Okay. It is not, means nobody has demanded that you have to write. It came from within. Then I need to write. Okay. Suppose half an hour session, it will take maybe 4 days to type. But as they're doing it, while writing, things get clicked. That is the power of the truth. That is also happened. I'm not telling everybody from tomorrow you start writing. I'm not saying that. Okay. But I'm saying that it helped. The way it click is different. Okay. So that will happen. And when it happens, you realize it. It cannot be copied. So that is also beauty of this spiritual path. We are only telling it so that more opportunity come, more things start getting clicked. That's all. Okay.
Thank you, Guruji.
Okay. God bless you. Anybody else? Today will not be doing Kriya and meditation. So just that's why I'm giving more time. If you have any question, you can ask now. Otherwise, we'll conclude. Vani, yeah, you raise your hand.
Yes, Guruji. I just wanted to ask, I do get a lot of peace of mind when I do shlokas or chanting Vishnu Sahasranama or Rudram or something like that. Is that also considered to reduce our karma, or it's just our peace of mind?
No, the chanting and all, see, chanting, kirtan, bhajan, these are not meditation.
Okay.
Okay. It is good. I'm not saying these are bad, but you have to make understanding clear. Their purpose is to bring your mind into one point. Like we have a lot of thoughts on just streamline to one. That is very good. But the true meditation is from 1 to 0, no thought. And in the no thought, that the karma seeds get roasted.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is not enough.
Okay.
The japa or kirtan or bhajan or something, or reading some good, scriptures or this thing is not good enough to burn the karma.
Okay.
You need meditation, thoughtless state or turiya state.
Okay. Got it. I mean, it gives me kind of peace of mind. So, that is a next step to meditation. I mean, the next step would be for meditation. Yeah. Okay.
Those are fine. If you're feeling good about it and you calm down your mind, that is fine. But with a clear understanding, that will not burn the karma.
Okay. Got it.
It's okay. Karma is there is something else is there to burn the karma. This is particular. These things are not there to burn the karma. It's okay.
Okay.
You can practice. You can do it parallelly. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji.
Yeah. God bless you. Okay. All right. Kavita. Yes.
सर जैसे बहुत सारी मुद्रा है, लेकिन सिर्फ जिन मुद्रा ही क्यों? मतलब चिन्ह मुद्रा कि हम लोग कर्म
बहुत बार बताया, ध्यान से सुने. हाँ. This 5 finger represents 5 elements. Thumb is fire and pointing finger is air. So ये जो फायर के साथ एयर लगाते हैं तो फायर और ज्यादा होने लगते हैं, है ना? नॉर्मली ऑल्सो फिजिकली. सो इस चिन्ह मुद्रा में हम जब बैठते हैं तो देन आवर मेडिटेशन बिकम मेडिटेटिव फायर. ध्यान अग्नि, सिर्फ ध्यान नहीं, ध्यान अग्नि. ध्यान अग्नि चाहिए वो जो है ना कर्मा बीज को रोस्ट करने के लिए. ठीक है? मेडिटेटिव फायर इज नीडेड टू रोस्ट द कर्मा बीज.
Yes, sir. पर मेरा क्वेश्चन था कि फिर बाकी सब मुद्रा क्यों करते हैं हम लोग?
सॉरी,
मतलब बाकी सब मुद्रा फिर क्यों करते हैं अगर सिर्फ इस मुद्रा से हम लोग?
बाकी सब मुद्रा क्यों करते हैं? जो सिखाया, जब मुद्रा को आपको सिखाया गया तब बताया भी गया क्यों करते हैं.
हाँ, वो मालूम है, लेकिन फिर
विल नॉट डिस्कस हियर. ओके, ठीक है. वो जो मुद्रा है क्यों उसी टाइम को हर एक का अपना अपना पर्पस है. वो पर्पस जब सिखाया गया, जिसने आपको सिखाया वो बताया भी पर्पस, उसको याद करें. ठीक है. Yeah. So हर एक का अपना अपना purpose है, अपना अपना thing है, so that is to be there. Yeah. So that is not related to today's topic or this question. Okay.
ठीक, thank you.
Okay. God bless you. Any other question? All right. If there is no further question, we'll do Guru Vandana, sorry, Shanti Path we'll do, and then we'll conclude our session. Okay. Sarvesham swastirvavatu. Sarvesham shantirvavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Om sarve bhavantu sukhino. Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukkhavag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Mangalam. That completes our session today.